Blood Always Tells is an unusually twisted thriller. In a lot of ways, it's three books rolled into one, with each section having a different character's point of view. At the beginning, it looks a lot like a book about revenge, but as the story unfolds, it turns out to be a lot more complicated than that. The first section of the book is about a woman named Dominique. She's a former model who's been involved with a boxer for the past couple of years, and she's discovered that he's not just two-timing her, he may be three-timing her at this point, and she wants to get even with him. But while she's in the middle of putting her own plan into action, she and her boyfriend are kidnapped and taken to a house in the middle of nowhere in a wilderness area. And while they're being held captive there, Dominique realizes that there's actually a larger plan going on, and that the kidnappers are actually planning to murder someone else, and that she and her boyfriend were never really at the heart of it. They're more like decoys. So she becomes determined to stop this other crime, and she manages to make a phone call to her brother, Desmond, to ask him for help. The second section of the book belongs to Desmond. At first, he's just startled, getting this crazy call in the middle of the night from his baby sister, telling him that she's been kidnapped, telling him that there's a murder that he has to prevent. And his first instinct is to go looking for Dominique and to make sure that she's safe. But once he starts looking for her, he also gets caught up in a web of crimes that have taken place over several years, and that include the disappearance of a child who's never been found. The final section of the book is told from the point of view of one of the criminals. And I have to be very careful about what I say so as not to give any spoilers. But what I can tell you is that what's revealed in that section will make you rethink what you've read before and see a lot of things in a new light. Each section of the book is told in a distinct style. That happened kind of by accident, actually. At the beginning, when I was writing about Dominique, I found that she was such a funny, humorous character, someone who could really see a dark kind of humor in even the worst circumstance. And so her sense of humor kind of took over that section, so that even when she's interacting with the kidnappers and she knows that she should be afraid of them, she's not really. She thinks they're ridiculous. She has no respect for them. And it makes for some very entertaining interactions. So that section of the book is almost like a dark comic novel. The second section is more like a hard-boiled detective novel, and that's because of the character of Desmond. He is a career military man. He served in the Army for 20 years and recently retired. And he is someone who you would definitely describe as a stoic. Now, I know that normally when you hear that term, you think of a strong, silent type, and that would definitely be true of Desmond. But he is also literally a stoic. He is someone who has read Marcus Aurelius so many times that he knows the Meditations by heart. And it has formed the cornerstone of the code that he lives by. He's someone who is determined to be good, to have a positive impact in the world. But at the same time, Desmond doesn't take a lot of joy in what he does. And that is largely because of the secrets that he's carrying, both personal secrets and family secrets. And it's kind of a burden that weighs him down, and it's distanced him from other people, especially from his sister. And it makes him live in a kind of emotional exile. Every character in Blood Always Tells is keeping secrets from the people they love. These secrets influence their actions, but they also can have a corrosive effect on a person. Over time, they seem to eat away at a part of that person's heart. And one of the ironies in the book is that when you keep a deep, dark secret from someone you love, someone you're close to, it puts up a wall between the two of you that permanently distances you. And it also creates a vulnerability that criminals can exploit.